So Shengma-cimicifugae, sheng literally means to raise, to ascend, to push upward, to rise, to hoist something. And it is a fundamental movement of spring. Suan chapter 2, and it's giving us the different movements of spring, different movements of the seasons. The movement of spring is shengfa, which means to surge upward, to ascend upward, and to emit. That's the movement of spring, ascending and emitting qi. So I have things Sun Miao said about it. One thing he says, working with the Shengma-cimicifugae, says it relieves the 1,000 poisons. He said it kills the 100 poisons that have gone into the jing, ridding old matters. He said for a person not being able to let go of the past. Again, it's like a disease that is in the jing level, injuring the jing. When your guilt is injuring your jing. Shengma. Used for malaria, for gu toxins, for parasitic toxins, so it also would be useful for Lyme disease or some kind of tick-borne illness. Treats xia qi, evil qi. Saying this is Taiyang herb, even though it doesn't go to the channels of the Taiyang in terms of, but just the way it's used in terms of treating exterior conditions, it says for Taiyang, it's a Taiyang herb. And because it's a Taiyang herb, it represents Taiyang in the upper body. And Taiyang in the upper body is sunshine reaching its height. Right? So if Xiaoyang is the sunrise, Taiyang would be sun reaching its height. So it's bringing this upper Taiyang clarity of sun. And that's how it's killing toxins. Because the toxins that it's talking about, whether they be ghosts or old matters, quote unquote old matters, or parasites, always thrive in the dark. They always thrive in dampness, in dankness. These things survive out of the sun. Sunlight is what destroys them. Clarity is what relieves them. So that's kind of his point that he's trying to make. He's saying that that this herb brings this sort of clarity of the sun in its height. And that's the function that it has to kill toxins and so forth. It's very interesting. This thing is coming into and going into the deepest, darkest, ugliest stuff and still rising up and ascending. It's both. It's like, so this movement of spring is essences up to the upper parts of the body. If you can do that, you'll have long life. If you start to lose that ability to raise yang essences up to your upper body, your brain, right, your heart, you will have an early death. And that gravity takes over. We're all just trying to combat gravity from one point of view, right? And so gravity is a force that's pulling us down, and we need help ascending. When we're in the springtime of our life, we don't need help ascending mostly. But as we get past the springtime of our life, we need help ascending. So Shengma helps us ascend. That's the point. So the power of spring is rooted in the storage. The power of spring is rooted in that dark underground storage that allows it to spring forth. That's the idea here. So the shengfa means that this herb is able to go into the depths in order to emit. So this ability to be rooted in the ascension and to be able to sort of to be able to truly go high and ascend past, like the way that the sun comes and ascends and clears away toxicity through the heights of light and clarity. This is the Shengma.